Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded. Initiate.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
You hear him say live.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here to the GoreCast with me, Johnny Deadly, and the rest of the horror-wrangling miscreants that are the GoreCast crew as we are here. I'm going to have to... Giz, is your chair high or low, would you say?
I can bring it down low.
Go low.
Go low.
Low.
Is that as low as you can go?
No.
Go.
This is.
I would say in between that and what you were previously would be perfect.
Okay.
And also you've centered up perfect as well, so if you can keep that centering. Yeah. Perfect. That's good. Perfect. Yeah, as per usual, it is Tuesday where Buzz has hoarded his ass through the internet to find some of the dirtiest and nastiest stories from the world of horror entertainment.
I misheard.
hoard myself.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Hoarded?
I'm a hoarder.
No, I said
hoard.
hoarded. Hoarded his ass.
I know what you said, but that's not what I heard.
I thought you said hoard.
Sorry to hear everything's only going meh, Billiam. Yeah, so we have been up and down the internets. By we, I mean Buzz, and also partially I, because I was like, hey, there's other weird news bits that came out. Like, for instance, we'll be taking a look at the Boys trailer later on, because we missed that last week. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. I think Giz might actually be interested in this season, because they've all started chomping down on Compound B. So... Billy Butcher with laser beam eyes. I won't lie to you. Billy Butcher with laser beam eyes. I was like, it's so old.
Right.
And he also,
Fuck
I can't.
right.
I don't know what super he's having a fight with, but he punt kicks him clean up a fucking like a dual carriageway. Like a subway tunnel thing. I mean, punt kicks him up the fucking subway tunnel, and I was like, well, he's gone and got himself all the Homelander powers, hasn't he? The little fucking genius.
Oh yeah, saves some poor bastard some walking.
Yeah. It's a very interesting trailer, which there's also another news bit following on from that trailer, because people get butthurt over nothing these days, basically. That's the long and the short of it. I mean, am I wrong?
No, and they forget what red band means.
Yeah. Yeah, also,
Red brand.
valid point. Also very, 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 very true. On top of that, we also... I completed Supernatural several months ago, and I haven't really had an excuse. God knows I've tried to wedge it into any podcast that I have, because I haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody about anything from the show yet. But fuck me sideways, some current news in relation to the Supernatural universe came in, and god damn it, we're going to be talking about it, because it's in...
I saw that and I was like, should
Funny
I?
story,
get
before
it?
you put that story down, I had already watched it, and I was going to add it on when I was bringing in the Boys trailers, and I was like, well, Buzz knows me too well. So, yeah, so it's an interesting one, because I'm liking the fact there's more Supernatural stuff to talk about, but there's some retconning being done to the story, which is interesting. Also, I can see how you could justify it if needs be, but some interesting retconning nevertheless. Ben Stiller, I thought I was actually having a fucking stroke when I was reading this, and turns out I wasn't. Ben Stiller is in a... Now, it turns out it's not a movie. It's going to be a stage adaptation of...
A play.
Yes. Well, no, it's going...
Broadway.
It's not going to be a stage adaptation of a play. It's going to be a stage adaptation of the customarily theatrical released The Shining, where Ben Stiller is going to play Jack Torrance.
Now, funny, I tripped over that, and I was like, "Oh, I'll tell them, when we all meet up." And then I got Discord, and I was like, "Oh, well, go you guys."
I won't lie to you,
because that fucked me up too.
I was on it this week, guys. You were on it.
There's a couple of new movie trailers we're going to be taking a look at. Jessica Biel's back in action over on Hulu. Vampire the Masquerade. They're just shitting video games out this year as Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, which is kind of like the predecessor to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, is after dropping a gameplay trailer finally, after they dropped the general trailer that we checked out a couple of months ago, which I'm totally down for because Bloodlines is amazing. I'm not 100% sure on that Battle Royale game that you and I were playing yet. I must go back to it because supposedly it's launched now, so a lot of the kinks that you and I would have run into playing that have been ironed out. Mostly an anti-cheat system has been, reporting systems been brought in. But how do you know when people are cheating? When people got loads of mental vampire powers? It's kind of like, where's the cheating and what's just vampirism? But anyway, moving on. We also have other shit.
Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong 2 has been announced to be starting.
There is something that's going to be filming in Australia.
Okay, Godzilla vs. something is going to be filming in Australia at some stage this year. We're all very interested in that. And Morbius, because it wouldn't be a news month without us mentioning something about Morbius at least.
Right.
So the
This is good.
This is good Morbius because the movie appears to be actually coming out when they said it was going to, the 7th or 8th time when they said it was going to come out. It seems that they're sticking to that 8th date.
Dude.
But they've released some very cool. Actually, I think this may actually be the first news article, so I'm not cock blocking anyone. It is. So, is this Carter?
No.
Miss me?
Buzz.
Yeah.
Okay, you take it away there because I nearly just ruined your whole news
I
story.
will. I wasn't sure if you actually were able to get the video of it, but it's
I
kind
got
of fun.
the video as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, as we said, Morbius is actually coming out. Who would have thunk it? And they have this cool new. I just.
You say, dude. So it's like fed in my eyeballs. I don't believe that motherfucker's coming out.
For one thing, that's not how you watch things. That hurts. You
know
look
what?
at it.
I wouldn't say
You know
that's
what?
If
necessarily
Orange
true.
taught me anything,
Right.
he taught me that it can be done that way.
It can be done. Although Buzz's statement isn't technically wrong either, is it? That it would hurt.
Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, because young Alex didn't look like he was having
I was
a.
going to say it works.
That's what I'm saying. It's
It
just
works
the
for Clockwork
Orange.
Orange. So
Hey, Hikage, welcome to the Chisness. How art thou?
Did he have a good time? No, he did not.
But he
Farmland.
did
Ah,
get
sure,
the
tis
information
good.
straight
I
into
milked
his
some
brain.
cattle and read some horror stories.
we all have a
I
different
was thinking
opinion
of
of
a different
good
movie.
time. All right.
I was thinking about the Fire in the Sky. I think they put like semen in his eye when they had his eye open or something. I don't know. That was a different movie. Anyway, Morbius. It's coming out probably. I hope so because they made this billboard and it probably cost a lot of money. And it's in Milan, which is in Italy. For you guys who don't know where Milan is, I think at least actually I think so. Hold on, let me double check my sources.
It's in Milan. You are correct. It's in Milan.
Yeah. Let's just check them out with my sources, guys. Got to double check the
Yeah,
sources.
got it.
But yeah, so there's this cool
Oh, shit.
3D board
That is cool looking.
that's out, and it's gonna scare the pants off of you if you don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
if you're only paying half attention
goes
to that
on.
thing and suddenly turn around, I could see how one would shit themselves.
Or
Yeah.
possibly some
All
old
I
school-
can say is, do you remember that slight? I think it was a Wonder Bra advert or what's that sexy
Oh, I
lingerie
totally
thing?
see this
Victoria's
playing.
Secret. Do you remember they had I'm pretty sure it was some really hot actress in a Wonder Bra for Wonder Bra, but they had these massive posters, billboard posters, kind of on the highway. Do you know where they tend to put billboard posters? But it turns out if you put a massive set of bazongas on on a highway, people will divert their attention. Male and female will divert their attention and possibly, not unlike the woman that they're hoping to look at on the poster, rail it hard back end into another car. And I feel that this poster could possibly fall into that category, but for a completely different set of reasons.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what's that?
This one's gonna. Yeah, this one's gonna kill people. But it's in the
Goddamn vampire tried to murder me.
Yeah, the vampire side was huge. Where is it? Right there. The movie comes out April 1st, which hopefully is not fooling.
They gotta win. Oh. See, that's what has me worried.
Dude. Right.
That's April.
could've knocked that
Jokes
shit
on
away.
you. We meant 2023. You
Right.
langers.
I feel like they could have moved that
That
one
would
day
shit off
before or after, and like I've been like, oh, okay.
We thought we were
1st.
just
But
going to
that's
hold
just
off
you.
on the
I mean,
movie
hang on.
until Jared Leto was old enough that we could just reshoot all these vampire bits without makeup.
Hang on, that poster says in cinemas March 31st.
That's in Italy, though, so they did things differently.
They're in Milano.
In the States, here in the United States, it's April 1st, which is the day after. So
Thank you
to be
for
clear,
clarifying
clear.
that, Bill. By the way, he said Milan, Italy, as opposed to Milan, who's a Chinese warrior woman. Vampires fighting inside Milan would be a bit messy.
I had to double check my sources.
Also, just to be clear, so you're saying that the film is getting released everywhere else on the 31st, but America is seen as a joke?
No, you'd find actually, weirdly enough, that customarily a lot of companies tend to release in Europe earlier because there's less numbers per capita and they're able to bolster their initial opening release numbers, and then they follow with America where it may or may not be dicey. That would be the literal productioning reasoning behind it.
Also,
I need to make a GoreCast the gore you know thing
Yeah.
when I drop little facts like that, just like the gore you know. Da, 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 da.
I'm going to take the fun out of my fucking April Fool's joke.
No, because I'm afraid this is just one time.
We can just pretend I don't know facts if you want, and you can do it anyway.
Also, it says March 31st. Sometimes they do like midnight, like day before screenings too.
And also, customarily, not every country has the same release date. They tend to stagger.
So there's minis of reasons why it could be different. But for one thing, we are for sure it is in Milan, Italy.
Yes.
That is for sure.
Possibly. Because it's still only March 23rd, which means that there's
99% sure it's Milan.
It's March
Italy.
23rd now, which means that there's still an 8-day mess up period for this to be like, no, it turns out it was a joke.
Right.
And Swerve,
Now,
it is
now,
actually
over-
Mulan the Chinese warrior.
Over on Twitter is where this poster was shared.
It's often, you're right,
Journalists-
Hikage, that it is often contrary with US movies, but it's 50-50. There's a lot of times where the stuff gets a European release a couple of days before, and then there's Australia who have to wait until like a fucking month after everybody normally.
Right.
Well, maybe not a month, but like there's sometimes they're 2 weeks behind.
Behind.
Yeah.
Right.
So according to the article, it says over on Twitter, journalist Marcelo Cordova has shared a short video, which is what you are seeing, of Morbius 3D poster currently on display in Milan, Italy, wherein the living vampire rips his way through a massive billboard advertising the film. It's the scariest Sony's take on the Marvel comic that has been looked at to date. So this is the most vampiric he's looked in the trailers or something, because they only show little flashes. For what I noticed in the trailers.
Yeah,
so,
well, if anyone has ever read a Spider-Man comic, they'll be well aware that Morbius isn't what one would call the best looking of vampires.
Right.
And it says it is surely attracting a whole lot of attention there in Milan. I would
It's
believe
a
so.
Sony movie.
yeah.
All of the Spider-Man bad guy characters are all Sony.
Dude, stop.
Yes.
Only character from that end is Spider-Man, who's literally...
And they think he's borrowed by
Yeah,
Disney.
technically he's
Not
borrowed
official.
by Disney at the moment.
The entire
Yeah,
couch.
so that's why you only see
Oh
him.
no, hang on.
and
Did they not
nobody-
literally get him in some sort of like, please give us money and we will let you have Spider-Man?
No, it was.
I
sold.
think they still have the rights,
Yeah.
but it's
I think they have the right to use
deal.
Spider, or is it? Oh, maybe they have the rights, but they're not allowed to use them.
Rights-
That might be it. Yeah.
Which means Sony gets
Yeah,
money.
Okay, so you can own Spider-Man, but you're not allowed to use him.
Yeah.
And we don't own Spider-Man,
Right.
but we can use him as much as we want.
Yeah. You can use everybody
You can
else.
use
that
anyone
nobody
else you want, unless we want to use them, at which point you can't use them.
Yeah.
And also, unless we also want to use the guys that you're using, then we might also use them too.
Because there's no way they gave up full ownership of
No.
that. There was something
No.
that benefited them on the back end.
That's like probably the only thing keeping Sony like
Right.
afloat right now is Spider-Man. Because if they lose Spider-Man, buy Sony.
And I think
Right.
isn't that why
What
there's
else?
rumors of a new Garfield movie coming out as well?
Yeah.
Because Sony can do Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. They just can't do Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Oh,
Right.
I seriously thought you meant Garfield
No.
the cat. I didn't know where you were going.
No.
I'm
Did
not
you
gonna
see
lie,
the
for a
Did you see the
second.
post on Did you see the post on Twitter someone said about Keith Lee, and I thought it was adorable. They said Keith Lee looks like the type of guy that reads the Sunday newspaper and chuckles to himself out loud and goes, "Oh, what will Garfield do next?" And I was like, "Oh, it's kind of true though." Until you see him like
Now
throw
I
someone
think
5
yes,
rows back
it is
into the
true.
crowd, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot.
Right.
He's a bear
But
cat."
it's still true. No, but it's still true.
Yeah,
It was because it was
I
like
could definitely
Garfield,
see
like,
that.
what?
that's true actually. Because even after he threw Adam Cole, he was kind of like, "See how far I threw him." Anyway, back to kicking people in the head.
So,
I
yeah,
forgot about
so,
that meme.
so Bill was saying the Australian release thing is a lot down to their ratings office, which has more options for objections to block films being
Yeah.
shown.
Australia's no crack, basically. Yeah.
And yet they've produced some fucking mental. Oh, no,
Oh,
that was
no.
New Zealand.
No, Australia also do it because they tend to not rate the Australian movies as hard.
They worry
Yeah,
about what's
no.
coming in, not going out.
Yeah, true.
Yes,
That's what she
Kage nailed it in 3 words. Censorship, yeah.
I truly hope
But yeah,
this is not
so-
going to be part of AMC's like, hey, we're going to charge you more because I've been waiting too fucking long to see this movie. I'm not paying extra after waiting.
Oh, that was Batman.
Oh,
I could tell you. I could probably look it up and see what AMC's trying
Alrighty.
to do. It's supposed to be coming out in a couple weeks. I mean, we have to stop the show right now, but like that's pretty much it. There's a creepy billboard in Milan, Italy, for the maybe coming
Which
up
is
movie Morbius. And
Mostly, it's a
scary.
very good sign so close to release date. That's probably a very high possibility, maybe. Mostly, kind of, well, there's a good chance that they might actually release the movie.
or there's some
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
poor
maybe.
bastards like, look at my great idea.
There's a
They got
50%
lost
chance it
and
works
forgotten 2
every
months
time.
later.
Unless they get it backfires and they're like, hey, you know what? People enjoyed the poster so much. What if we do another 6 months of really cool posters and then we do the movie?
Right.
We'll just release the movie through a subset of fucking augmented reality 3D posters.
Coming soon.
Coming to a
Oh,
poster
so
near you soon. Most of Morbius.
If you catch all 6 billboards, you've seen the movie.
Oh, that movie
You know,
sucks.
there are certain movies that have come out in the past that if you saw all the trailers for it, you pretty much did see the film.
Right.
That's the one thing I will give France credit for. Hokage is their cinema are all about. Just give me the whatever the bloodiest version of the movie is the one that we want, and that people, if they don't
Right.
like it, maybe they shouldn't watch it.
I truly fucking appreciate that.
Viva la France, in things like that. Other things probably not.
In 3D.
Right, next up.
Go up.
Next up, we have, I can't remember what order I did these in. That's unintentional this time. Next up, it's Candy. Is that also used, Buzz?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
no, okay,
it
no.
is.
Well, then
Wait,
we're not gonna do Candy. We're gonna do
Okay.
Vampire the Masquerade, which is me.
$14.99,
Yes.
Carter, is the price for Morbius
Okay,
tickets.
we're going to move that down there so we have it. Right, next up we have Vampire the Masquerade, which is me. So, as I mentioned at the top of the show, Vampire the Masquerade on, memory serves me correctly, it was PS... Oh, was it X? I only had PS4. I think it was PS4, Xbox, and PC, and it's essentially like an in-depth Skyrim style role-playing game where you pick one of the characters from the Vampire the Masquerade lineage and franchise and you play them, and they have multiple different clans and things like that in relation to Vampire the Masquerade. But there is a new addition to the franchise coming out now, which is called Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. So basically this article's from Bloody Disgusting, and it says, okay, we are all still waiting on Bloodlines 2, but there are other Vampire the Masquerade titles in development that are very much on their way, such as Big Bad Wolf Studios' Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, which has just had a new gameplay trailer released, which actually, now that I think about it, I will probably play that in the background while I read this, because that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. It does. Because I'll buy that in a bag of chips. Will you guys keep an eye on the stream, because I'm not going to bother putting the anime posse up there.
My eyeballs are on it.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Oh, that's just gross, dude.
Do I have?
It's my phone, so put my eyeballs wherever I want them.
To deal with an unprecedented threat, an attack.
Oh, this guy coming into a room.
Well, anyway, so where was I? Okay, the gameplay trailer gives a brief overview of the abilities and playstyles of 3 protagonists you can choose play as in Swan Song. On top of that, you'll also be able to customize your specific character stats to further suit your game. You can be an expert in speech and persuasion and dominate others, or you can develop your technology skills so you can hack computers and locks. Excuse me. That's all on top of each character's disciplines. Vampire powers unique to each character. For example, Leisha can obfuscate to conceal her presence. Uses celerity to reach otherwise inaccessible locations, and Caleb makes others his puppets using domination. In Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, mysterious assassins have attacked the Boston Carmilla, a secret society comprising most of the vampires in the city. Caleb, Bazari, Louis, and Leisha are tasked by Hazel Iverson, the prince of the Boston Carmilla, with learning the identity of the attackers as well as the motives underlying the large-scale attack. The orders are simple: infiltrate, investigate, and get answers using supernatural powers if necessary.
Yes.
And reveal their secrets. Their masks must be ripped off. Use your strength strategically.
That it?
In
No,
each
no.
situation you face.
I thought somebody
Don't
might have some
forget
extra
that our
comments there or
enemies will
something.
try
No,
to
sorry,
hide
I
the
was
truth
reading
and use the power
Takagi's.
right against you.
So if I understand,
Use
they're
your
dropping Bloodlines
experience
2 to
in
go
these
with a whole new game
It's
inspired
in
by
such times of crisis
Vampire.
that everyone's traits and talents
Um,
come to the fore.
Yeah, I
If you
suppose
need to
kind of.
Do it according to the
But-
traditions. Thou shalt not reveal thy true nature to those not of the blood.
There we go.
Yeah, see, I've never
No
played
matter
any of the Bloodline
circumstances,
games
The masquerade must
or
never
Masquerade
be yours.
games.
I leave the choice in your
Masquerade Bloodlines is if you like. Did you ever? Actually, do you know what? If you like really in-depth, cool vampire games where you get to be a really cool vampire, you'll probably like
allies are
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
choices will affect the
Okay.
fate of the Boston
It's
Council.
really good.
Act accordingly.
Who doesn't like to be a vampire?
Buffy.
The right choices.
Nobody.
Show
No,
them our
that's true.
Blade,
And don't forget, they are the prey. And we
Dean Winchester. I
I'll
can
be
go on
honest,
if you
it's been
want.
years since I never played any of the video games, but I did play the actual RPG Vampire the Masquerade years
There you go.
ago.
That's actually quite a good description, Carter. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines equals Fallout New Vegas with vampires.
we are on the
Pretty much.
road
Yeah.
to ruin.
Pretty much.
As Prince of Wisdom,
It's Skyrim with vampires. Actually, no, Skyrim had vampires. Skyrim is where you get to be a vampire. I don't think... Actually, no, you also got to be a vampire in Skyrim if you did all the tasks. Ignore me. Fallout. There you go.
why? How? We know nothing.
It's this game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Thing is
You can do this.
We get rid of it in a minute. But yeah, so that's coming out on May 19th on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. Might pick that up myself. PC, all via Epic Games. Which also had a very... Actually, one moment, while I have you here, seeing as we mentioned Epic Games, because currently free on Epic Games is a very cool psychological horror that if you have an Epic Games account, it is free. This is not a news bit, hence me wandering off the beaten track for a moment. Yeah, I'm just pulling up my Epic Games account here just because I downloaded it.
I start to say we have some breaking news.
I think I might have gotten it as well. Was it out like last week or the week before?
Yeah, it's the one Rochi told everyone download.
Double sources say this is breaking news.
Library, that's what I'm looking for, isn't it? It was Epic Games, wasn't it? Yeah, In Sound Mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In Sound Mind, let's bring me to the page. Go to store page. There we go.
I don't remember him talking about that one.
Actually, hang on. I might as well show you this one here. Window capture.
I think I just spotted it. I just spotted it pop up as an ad because it happens when I turn on the Windows PC. Epic Games is on that, so automatically I get a notification if they're doing any deals or free games or anything like that.
You.
I was just like, ooh, that looks like it might be good. Click.
It's nifty.
Does that show this? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like it. You guys got a virus.
Wait, it's my computer.
No, I didn't.
Skype downloads. No, I'll get rid of that for the minute. Yeah, anyway, Inside Mind is an imaginative first-person psychological horror, frenetic puzzles, unique boss fights, and original music by The Living Tombstone. Journey within the inner workings of the one place you can't seem to escape, your own mind.
Terrifying.
Yeah, free on Epic Games at the moment. So if anyone, just seeing as I'm doing game news, I thought that was quite an applicable moment to bring that up. So yeah, go download it. It looked pretty cool. Smoke a couple of doobs, have a shot of whiskey. Might send you into another dimension. It's pretty trippy looking.
Blunt to the biscuit.
Cigar and crepe. Bong and blint.
Crepe and a something. I forgot
Cigar
what it was.
cigar and a crepe.
There you go. I had a crepe on Sunday. It was good.
Crepe-tastic. Anyway,
Yes,
that's
Boy's got some stuff coming to Netflix.
Who?
Myers.
Who?
Mike Myers.
Oh, Michael Myers.
Oh, right. So that is that's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, or not Bloodlines, Bloodlines 2, but not Bloodlines 2 because it's not. It's Swan Song, but it's as close to Bloodlines 2 as we're getting at the moment. So we're going to have to deal with it, kids.
My head just exploded.
I know. It's rough, isn't it? It's hard.
Oof, it's all everywhere.
It's funny because you guys get the nice in-shot camera here at the moment because Skype's fucking me up the ass in relation to the cameras. That's why we started late. The lads have this like I'm doing a DJ set from my studio view. You know?
Yeah, I just kind of keep expecting you to like hit switches and just like
Playing the hot tunes of the early
coming into
2000s.
GoreCast, hot tunes in the early 9 FM.
Hey, what's up, Joseph?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Now on to our next horror stone, but first we're going to drop the bass.
That's how it goes.
I went for Blade there instinctively.
And the headphones just make it all look just so professional too. The lighting, yep.
That's
there
it.
you go.
You see, no one can see
There
this
you
hand
go.
as long as I got the left hand doing this. Go down here, pretend to fiddle with something.
Man, he's laying some killer tracks on us right now. God. It's lit, as the kids say.
Ooh,
Lit.
I'm down with the modern lingo, son.
There you go.
Anywho,
Oh, fuck, I thought the news one was fire.
anyway, next story we have is this is Giz's territory because Tim Burton went and did a Tim Burton, and there's a Wednesday Addams TV series coming out.
Yes, and I'm ambiguous about it.
Oh,
The minute this article
I
hit
don't
the
give a
news
shit,
screens,
dude. It's
so
like
did
Christina
Giz.
Ricci.
Okay, so here's the thing. We've already known for what?
It's got Christina Ricci. It's going to be awesome. Don't give a shit.
Oh, you might give a bit of a shit. Okay, so we've known for a while that there's going to be. We've known for a while there's going to be a new series coming out called Wednesday, which sees Wednesday Addams being, I think, a teenager or maybe in her early 20s. Now, Wednesday Addams herself is going to be played by Jenna Ortega, who was recently in Scream and is in the upcoming film X.
She's in everything.
Scream. Was that old girl that was the limping? She was on crutches for most of the film.
Yeah,
the little-
she's the main.
Yes,
she's the main lady.
Yes,
Okay,
the younger
okay.
sister. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so recently it seems Christina Ricci has picked up a part in the film. Now, she won't be playing any kind of older version of Wednesday in any way, shape, or form. Instead, apparently, Deadline notes that details about Christina Ricci's role are being kept under wraps to protect the surprise for fans. But it's been revealed that she will be playing a new character, not an older version of Wednesday, as I said. and has been quietly working on Wednesday for months. Filming on the MGM produced series is slated to wrap in Romania at the end of this month.
Sorry, they have Christina Ricci, but she's not coming back as Wednesday.
Because they've already got Wednesday.
And I mean, as much as I did Christina Ricci, she's not high school material. Like, she don't look like a high school.
But like, I thought.
No, but she could
I'm
be
not saying that. I thought you do. An adult, like essentially do adult Wednesday Addams.
Except they're not. They're doing Sabrina the Teenage Psychic.
Oh,
right. Good to
like no
Carter.
But they already did it, Sabrina. It was called Sabrina.
But
yeah, well, now apparently
Addams Family.
This Addams Family is set to have Luis Guzman as Gomez, Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, and centers around Wednesday's attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a mysterious killing spree
when the fuck
that
did
has
that happen?
terrorized the I'll do you one better. Why the fuck is Wednesday trying to thwart a killing spree that has terrorized
If anything, she should be starting it.
And solve the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships.
It's like a high school Sabrina and fucking Scooby-Doo thing, dude.
No, it is a high school. What channel is this on? Where is it coming from? What's it going? Where is it?
Futflix.
What the fuck's a fuckflix?
What?
Oh, we all know what that is. Netflix.
No, we don't.
Oh, Netflix. Okay, so they've literally just reskinned Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Addams Family.
But it's okay because Tim Burton's doing it.
I didn't realize Sabrina like thwarted and like stopped shit. I never watched the show.
I would go as far to say is all she did was thwart and stop shit.
Oh,
using her magical powers.
Using her magical powers that were given to her by the people that she's trying to thwart. Oh, how will they ever coexist?
Dude, like I watched the old Sabrina. I never got around to watching the new Sabrina. And like the old one was like
the new Sabrina was actually good because it fit in with Sabrina. I just don't like when you reskin Addams Family to be Sabrina because I never in my life do I remember Wednesday Addams moving a fucking spoon with her mind, let alone fucking zapping people Carrie style.
Whoa, hang on.
Hey, Katie.
Psychic abilities, not
hello,
psychokinetic abilities. It said psychic ability, not psychokinetic ability, so it's probably going to be mind reading shit.
Okay, either way, she did not show any fucking special ability other than like she could torture
really good at killing shit.
Like
she should be the one going on a fucking killing spree.
Oh man, but it's got Christina Ricci.
I hope it's very good because I fucking love Addams Family, but I am dubious to say the least.
Bill thinks that her spots will be cameos as Morticia.
She's not Morticia. Morticia is being played by Catherine Zeta-Jones. I just said that.
What?
I was just reading the comment section.
I know, and I'm
sorry.
It's just like that.
Really?
She keeps yelling at the comment section.
I do that sometimes. I'll be honest. I was the first. Like when we first covered this, I was all up for it, and then I got to the Wednesday attempts to master her emerging psychic ability. What the fuck? To thwart a mysterious killing spree that she isn't the one carrying out. And solve some supernatural mystery that her parents got embroiled in 25 years ago.
Well,
and they didn't solve it.
What if I can solve one of these issues, I think, and it's in a very Addams Family kind of way. What if the killing spree she's trying to thwart is not so much because she's a goody little two-shoes, but more of a, if I can't do a killing spree, no one's doing a fucking killing spree.
I would appreciate that angle.
No, I feel like she would just ride that wave and like catch her own kills and be happy-go-lucky with both.
No, say like there's been some conversation where it's like, look, you can't keep murdering people. It's going to get, eventually you're going to have to go find some family somewhere and stay with them because the police may be looking for you.
There is no. Oh, yes, I can see what it could.
That would be.
Head right now.
I would totally be okay with that, Bill. Like.
What if she's hunting the killer, as in like I'm gonna take his head?
So she's now she's Sabrina the Teenage Dexter.
It's the only way I can think of to save the fucking thing.
There is no saving it.
Seeing, where's these Bill comments? Shut up, Bill. For flashbacks.
Also, there's a new and new and very tangled relationships.
Bill said that Zeta-Jones would play current Morticia and Christina Ricci would be playing the younger Morticia.
Who's playing Pugs?
I've no fracking idea.
No Pugsley. Interesting.
No, I said I have no idea who's playing him. I didn't say there was no Pugsley.
Dude, you know what? If it turned out
Actually,
Pugsley
hang on.
just went batshit, I would actually watch
remember. I do.
Comedy series.
Hang on, I do remember reading out when we first covered it. There was a cast listing, and I think we did read out Pugsley. I just can't remember who it was though.
Okay. Anyway, ended that news bit. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Addams Family is coming out, and
Wednesday.
we're dubious.
Doobie.
Yes, because it's got that kind of vibe to it, which is why the dubiousness is there. Anyway,
that's not.
I don't see the Pugsley.
Next up, we got
dude, they have this labeled as a comedy horror.
No, that's what I just
That's
said.
what you would expect for an Addams Family affiliated.
And I'm sorry,
Sabrina,
Buzz, I didn't hear
Sabrina
you.
Reskin.
The voice.
Well, just anything Addams Family affiliated is comedy horror. Anyway, Buzz, we're talking about Candy. Jessica Biel's been doing some shit.
New like candy.
Stop singing now.
I have to fill some time because I didn't know it was going to be my turn yet. So that's how I fill some time.
It's either he sings or he dances, bro.
Okay.
The dancing's better than good to hear it.
Candy from Jessica Biel. She's in the shower, as you can see.
Jessica Shower. Nice.
Yeah. Ooh. It's coming out Monday, May 9th. That's a weird day. Mondays, things don't normally come out.
Well,
on Monday.
Hulu's like a
It's weird.
TV channel, so sometimes things come out on a Monday. Is it a TV series? Or is it a movie?
It is.
Just one sec there. Let me just check my notes. Really quick.
My people are checking.
Sources say. True crime series. It's a series.
It's a series. Right, well, then Monday isn't really a weird day, seeing as it's a series. That's when Sons of Anarchy used to come
This
out.
is from, as I should probably say this, it's the article's from Bloody Disgusting. I want to give the props to the article people. Hulu's Candy trailer, Jessica Biel and Melanie Lynskey star in a disturbing true crime series. That's how I got the series part. It's a true story of Candy Montgomery, who killed her friend with an axe on Friday, June 13th, 1980. Something else happened on Friday, June 18th, 1980. But it's coming to Hulu with Jessica Biel, as we said, about 3-4 times now, starring as the role as Candy. The limited series, I think it said limited, not just this true crime series. Says Candy Montgomery is a 1980s housewife and mother who did everything right. Good husband, 2 kids, nice house, even the careful planning and execution of transgressions. But when the pressure of conformity builds within her, her actions scream for just a bit of freedom with deadly results. Yeah, that's exactly the reaction. There's people that star in it. I don't know who they are. And Timothy Simmons. I don't know if you guys know that chap. Pablo Schreiber. Raul Espressa. And those people. 3-time
I love how
Emmy
he just
nominee.
looks up after every name. Nope, no one seems to know who they are. Moving on.
No reaction. And move on.
Waiting for
Nick
guy.
Costa.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
There you
go. There's a trailer. I don't know if we pulled the trailer
I have
up or
the
not.
trailer. Do you want to watch the trailer?
Oh, sweet, because I have nothing else.
Okay, trailer it is. 2 secs.
Candy.
Candy. Here's a trailer for Candy. It's got Jessica Biel's in it.
Biel's in the
It's
show.
got a Jessica Biel's. Do you think we need the dancing anime people?
I guess when the stream gets pulled down, we'll know.
Oh yeah, because it would appear I've gotten rid of the anime people. Is what seems to have happened.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, her. Fuck, I got her mixed up with
I had no angry feelings towards her.
old girl from Dark Angel.
Oh, so that's weird. Okay, so a little bit, like moving up a little bit. It says Candy will premiere on Hulu Monday, May 9th, kicking off a 5-night event leading up to the finale on Friday, May 13th. So it's like
Miniseries.
a week long.
Oh, it's like 7 episodes and then done.
Yeah.
All in 1 week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's different.
Kagi's a little upset that we did not have the anime people dancing.
I appear to have maybe deleted them. Or just used the wrong video window. I can check if you want.
Or I mean, I can dance around.
I should have written. Go
I don't think
go for
your
it, man.
arms are gonna like bend as the anime people do.
Oh,
You know.
you do not know
Well,
how
that trailer
slight-
told me
Whoa!
fucking
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
Is that
She
just
looks
me?
good at
Nothing from the trailer?
baking.
Just a lot of.
No.
She's definitely going to be standing in the park a lot. I got that vibe.
Right.
Oh.
Gonna be baking some shit, working out.
Well, I mean, it did say that she did everything right. She was a good. No, she's not a good husband. She has a good husband.
I
There
found
we
the anime
go.
people.
Yeah.
That's okay. There we go. There.
And she has 2 kids, a nice house,
That
everything. She's careful at planning and stuff. That's what the trailer showed,
And
right?
then just decided she didn't want it all and decided to off somebody.
There you go.
She
We bout
just
hag-
wanted freedom.
We bout kegs. There you go.
She just wanted her freedom. She screamed freedom like the guy from
Braveheart.
Don't tell
Braveheart.
him.
There you go.
Don't tell him. I was like, I want to watch him not be able to figure out the
I know it
obnoxiously famous movie he just tried to quote from.
William Wallace.
Okay, well done, sir.
as-
Good.
William Wallace as Mel Gibson.
Find you said
in
that. wrong.
Braveheart.
That's why I was just sitting there kind of. I was just
Scottish
sitting there,
war
finish your
hero
sentence.
stars
Go on,
as
finish
Mel
your
Gibson.
sentence.
He goes, freedom! That's what he said in the movie. With a bad Scottish accent. Because he was
I don't think he did a terrible
Mel
Scottish
Gibson.
accent.
Forgot it.
Thought he did
Mel
pretty
Gibson.
decent.
Mel Gibson doesn't care.
I know that we don't have a video on him,
was-
just leaving them up for
Oh no! You know what? I'm thinking of Kevin Costner and Robin Hood. He didn't give a shit about
We
his
want
accent.
dancing
Wrong
boobs
move.
back.
My apologies.
What was the dancing boobs?
That I'll give you. That one was just a clusterfuck of
What was dancing boobs again?
accents.
Terrible accents. Terrible accents.
I don't remember us ever having dancing boobs.
Let me get
Is it the Christopher Walken video? I got rid of that. Though that was a magical time, wasn't it? The Christopher Walken
Oh yes.
Star Wars crossover. I enjoyed that immensely.
Maybe he threw it to the ground.
He threw it on the
Ground.
Man.
That's not my dad.
Actually, while we're talking about throwing things on the ground, why don't all of you motherfuckers out in the chat out there throw a like button hit down on the ground beneath, well, not so much on the ground, but beneath the video. Hit the like button, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, Bill, please tell me you're playing with me, dude.
Lethal Weapon 5
Lethal
going
Weapon
into
5.
production.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, Always Sunny in Philadelphia did Lethal Weapon 8 in the new series, so that was a magical time. So I'm down for a new Lethal Weapon there.
I'm not. Like, I just.
Your mom's watching Silent Hill Revelations? Okay. How's that going?
Oh.
I thought that was kind of like a your mama joke. Your mom's watching.
How was that? That would
Weird,
fail
yeah,
epically.
right.
Yeah, well, your mom watches Silent Hill Revelations. What are you even?
I've ever
What are
heard
you
in my
even trying to say? My mom's a fan of horror movie franchises. What is it? My mom's a big fan of Capcom. What are we? What's the end game here?
I didn't see it in the chat. You're just like, your mom's watching. I'm like, wait, what? And then
I think it was more of a
like,
statement than an actual diss. Well,
I would love to hear the punchline of that.
Can somebody,
Capcom,
if someone has
thank
the
you.
ability to clip that, I don't know, because I'm able to clip other people's videos on YouTube, but I'm able to do my own. So if someone can clip that last 30 seconds, I would appreciate that, please. Otherwise,
I was talking to somebody a couple of days ago, and I misheard her, and I thought she said her cat just died, but it's okay. It will come back in like 3 months. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, she said my cactus. And I heard cactus together. And I'm like, what kind of
what sort of pet cemetery shit you got going on?
Exactly. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, oh, it's okay. I'll
Have
be
you
back
never
in a couple
heard
months. I'm
there's an entire catchphrase based around it. Dead is better, bitch. Leave the cat alone.
She's like, it's okay. It's like, he'll come back in a couple months. I'm like, wait, I'm even more afraid. And then she's like, my cactus. I'm like, oh.
Because in a couple of months, that cat's not going to be looking too well. I mean, if it came back now, I'd be like, maybe, but...
I was like, what is going on here?
What sort of decayed zombie pussy are you hoping to be bringing back into the house?
Oh, look, it's back.
She's all calm about it. Like, you're taking this cat dying very well. She's like, it's okay. I'll be back in a couple of months. I'm like, okay.
Officially shitting myself. What's going on?
And I'm like, what did you say? She's like, my cactus. I'm like, oh, god damn. My ears. They weren't working for a second.
Right, next up, Ben Stiller is evidently going to be playing Jack Torrance in a stage play version of The Shining.
No, my ears aren't working properly. I could have sworn you said Ben Stiller.
I said Ben Stiller, yes. As in
here's the cool part.
As in I came in Cameron Diaz's hair, Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Oh,
something about Mary.
Something
Only
about
this
Mary.
time it's something about The Shining.
Yeah. Because there's something about The Shining.
Copacabana.
So, like I said, we were talking about this before the show and shit. It was like I tripped over this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take this to the guys, and then Buzz had already found it. I thought this was supposed to be some joke. Like I was reading through it, like waiting for the punchline. It's a parody, like fucking Scary Movie or some shit. But no, Stephen King's The Shining will be heading to the stage in a brand new adaptation from Ivo Van Hove.
Is it a musical?
Reports that Ben Stiller is in talks to play Jack Torrance. Let's see. Rehearsals are set to begin in fall, with London performances targeted for January 2023, and eventually move to Broadway is expected. Let's see.
Oh, there's going to be singing.
Here's Johnny.
Let's see. The novel is being adapted for the stage by Tony winner Simon Stevens, who did Morning Sun and West Side, and Ivan Van Hove, West Side Story, leading the team. Let's see. They're saying that it's going to be more closely to King's 1977 book than Kubrick's film. Let's see. This is surely music to Stephen King's ears, as King is famously not a fan of Kubrick's. I can never say his last name right.
Kubrick.
That guy.
Yeah.
His more iconic take on the material. Let's see. Jack Nicholson played him. Then Steven Weber. The miniseries wasn't bad that they did. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Let's see. That's about all there is for that one.
Do we know if it's a musical?
It doesn't say.
Is it a musical? A musical.
Okay, then it is.
No, I was asking you, is it a musical?
It's cold and Jack has to chill.
No.
Not too long, a wife to kill. A child who has some skills of the mind.
It's not saying anything
a
about
bunny sucking dick,
musical.
a naked granny chick, bartenders who are slick. Because there's something about The Shining. That's pretty much the vibe I see the stage play going with.
Right.
I like it.
So yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Like I just kind of wanted to recheck it because I read it before the show, but I'm not seeing anything that says, "Hey, it's going to be a musical." But I mean, they're going to have some sort of vibes going as things change. So I'm just kind of surprised Ben Stiller, because like I'm not saying that he doesn't have acting. Like he's a really good actor. It's just The Shining. Like that's some dark shit.
He was Zoolander.
He was, and that was some Weird.
Stupid shit.
Don't worry,
And I haven't
Danny.
got
I'll
around
find
to-
someone good to read your Googlies.
I can't turn left. Like I just was like, okay, this hurts.
How can the children read the books if they can't even fit in the building? That was my favorite part. I laughed a lot.
One of my favorite parts is where they all have a dance party in the gas station.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, no. I still
Do you know
regret
that bit
we
with
watched that first one.
Do you know that bit with him and David Duchovny in the graveyard? Do you know where David Duchovny essentially explains the entire evil plan with the models who are brainwashed to be serial killers or to be assassins? And then he's like, but why models? And he's like, are you fucking serious? I literally just explained. Ben Stiller forgot his line and he just ran with it and he was just like, but why models? David Duchovny was just like, are you fucking serious? I just explained it to you.
Okay, that's actually kind of good.
Yeah. Just a mistake that got improv'd in perfectly. It was all good. It's one of the funniest moments in the movie, because there's this big in-depth, 4-minute explanation as to why they're brainwashing models to be assassins, and then Ben Stiller's like, "But why supermodels? Are you fucking serious? I literally just told you." Okay.
That is actually pretty fitting.
Yeah.
Who do you guys like better, Ben Stiller or Jerry Stiller?
Who the fuck is Jerry Stiller?
Oh,
It's his father.
Who?
His father.
Oh, the guy from
Jerry Stiller. Seinfeld.
King of Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Seinfeld. He's fucking George's dad. No, George's dad.
I liked him, but
he's a funny dude, but I like Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I'd have to go with
picked
Ben,
Ben Stiller of the two. He's done some cracking movies over the years.
Yeah.
Well, Ben Stiller was in Friends, an episode of Friends, where he played Rachel's
A
boyfriend.
highly underrated movie, in my opinion, is Mystery Men. That he's in, do you know, the superhero one. I fucking love that.
I dug the shit out of that movie.
His only power. Actually, he had Giz's superpower, which was the power of being abnormally angry.
Speaking of which,
oh yeah,
do you remember when he tries to break it? Do you remember when he tries to?
Fucking heard all about it for about 5 fucking years. Hey, it's Mr. Angry. Hey, it's Mr. Angry. Hey, it's Mr. Angry. You want to know why I'm fucking angry? Because you won't shut your fucking mouth about that crap.
Well, I was unaware of that joke. I only drew the comparison because it just dawned on me that I was like, you could harness your powers. As we've said, Skynet happens. We're sending you in. You need someone to get through. You need someone to aggressively get through the roof of a limousine ineffectively. Hire Ben Stiller. The roof. The roof is on fire.
Head Kel Mitchell. He loves orange soda.
Tim Minchin? Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah, Kel's in there. The guy who's invisible as long as you don't look at him.
Right.
Yeah. That's where we got that awesome. Hey, now you're an all-star from Smash Mouth.
Was that for that movie?
Soundtrack. They used it for it. I don't know if it was written for the movie, but
I'm pretty sure it wasn't written for the movie. It
was on.
Well, if you ask my youngest, soundtrack it was written for Shrek. So
I think Shrek was after Mystery Men.
It totally was, but that's how she's like, "Oh, the Shrek song." I'm like, "Dude, I hate you right now."
Yeah,
I thought that was "I'm a Believer."
No. The
All-Star
Smash
was in there also.
All-Star is probably one of the more notable ones from Shrek 1, if memory serves me correctly. Look at me quoting Disney Pixar. That never happens.
I think that was the first time I actually ever threatened to dude, don't make me punch you in the throat.
It's actually not Disney. It was DreamWorks.
You threatened to punch your kid in the throat.
Dude, she's like, "Oh,
God damn it, Smash Mouth! We're making songs before fucking movies happen."
Exactly. She's like, "Oh."
Also, Johnny, it was DreamWorks, not Disney.
What evs? I quoted a cartoon movie that wasn't for adults. That doesn't happen.
Hey, they could only get so walking on the sun. So, I mean, come on.
Oh,
might as well be walking on the sun.
Rochi. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. What a movie.
Dude, that was fucking awesome.
What a movie. What a movie.
Well, that I just want to fly by Sugar Ray.
Talking about fucking censorship and PC, that you could not make that movie now.
Dude, okay, you know what? They've even actually talk shows have gone back and pulled up that whole Robert Downey Jr. spot.
Yeah.
And asked how offensive did you
You've
find
seen the
this?
movie, have you? No. Robert Downey Jr. plays a black dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. He was talking about that on Joe Rogan, where he's like, "Oh man," he was like, "I get shit about that movie now." He was like, "Somehow all of the shit dodged me. Like the directors got it in the neck about it. The fucking guy who wrote the movie got the neck about it, and I've somehow been like, eh."
I'm doing Disney movies.
I'm fucking Iron Man. You can't be giving out about Iron Man. Pew.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, so fucking great. You don't go full retard.
You never go full retard, man.
Oh, I fucking love that part.
Good old Simple Jack.
That
That
was a trip.
was a trip down memory lane. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Next up, we have God's
terrible 90s
Don't
songs.
Burno Gojira.
Oh, haha. Right, that's over to me. Okay, so after the success of Godzilla versus Kong, everyone went, "Ooh, we want more of this. Are we going to get more of this?" And they kind of left it open for sequel-like stuff because it seems that Kong is all happy and he's underworld, and Godzilla's all happy and he's overworld, and things are at another kind of balance, but there's potentially something rising. But anyway, it seems that this week, Variety has reported that a potential sequel to Godzilla versus Kong will be starting to film later this year in Australia. Let's see now. Currently, the Untitled sequel will receive... Now, bear with me, right? I'm going to... Bear with me, because basically they've done currency differentials here. They've done currency differentials, so I'm just going to make it simple. I'm going to make it simple for everyone. Currently, the Untitled sequel will receive 16 million Aussie bucks via the Australian Federation Government's 540 million Aussie bucks location incentive program. A further 6.3 million Aussie bucks of subsidy will come from the state. Screen agency, Screen Queensland.
Is it written Aussie bucks?
No, I said at the start that I was going to make it simple.
Dollars. Australian
no, it says
dollars.
Australia, and then it says the American dollars afterwards. So I just said I'd call it Aussie bucks. Anyway, the report also adds the two authorities said on Monday, local time, that they expect the new production to generate more than 119 million Aussie bucks into the economy, employ more than 500 local cast and crew, and use more than 750 extras. Now, at this stage...
So basically, they got a huge fucking break if they film someplace here.
Yeah. Now,
If
the thing is that...
if you film here and you hire a load of us to do your movie, we'll pay you. Is what I'm hearing.
Right. Couple
Basically.
reach rounds and a ton of fucking breaks.
Well, look, it's Hollywood. Everyone knows there's some reach arounds going on. That's just fucking contractually obligated at this stage, isn't it?
Well, as much as they're paying out, I mean, they'd also probably end up getting money back because...
Godzilla will sell because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
A big extravaganza, and people will go see it because it's massive monsters kicking the dicks off each other. Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing, though.
And also, with
Nobody
all those
knows.
people there, they're spending money.
Yeah, but
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody
knows
knows Godzilla.
Or what they're filming, is my point. It could be Godzilla vs. Kong. It could be something else, especially since there's apparently supposed to be a live-action series for Apple TV that's going to feature Godzilla and a bunch of other monsters. So, it's...
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Venom.
I would be on board with that fucking series thing. Like, that could be some good... That could be
Why
kinda
Apple
cool.
TV? What good are they?
I don't
I presume it's one of those, if you pay the money for the property and want to make something with the money property that you paid for, you can go ahead and do it.
Why did Bill Apple do it?
Bill Apple isn't there anymore.
I don't know, dude. I feel like...
Also, Bill Apple's technically, you actually come to think of it, you named that really wrong. Bill, it'd be Bill PC.
No.
Macintosh? Oh, that's an Apple.
I'm so lost.
Well, Bill being the guy, Bill Gates, who's the guy who predominantly Windows, Google, Microsoft.
Everywhere.
Not everything that isn't Apple.
Then wouldn't it
Job,
make more sense for it to
Steven,
be Bill Apple?
Steve Apple is what Steve Apple is what you're looking for.
Wouldn't it make even more sense for it to be Bill Apple, since Bill is like, he's all the computers. It's got to be a Bill.
Not in Danhausen terms, man. He just gets the name kind of wrong. It's not all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Steve Apple.
Steve Apple.
I don't know. I'm okay with the last Kong.
Or Apple Jobs, one or the other item.
I feel like shafted enough. I don't need a sequel to do it again. So.
What, you didn't like the last Godzilla vs Kong?
I'm just saying, like,
here we
go. Okay, look. You know, when did it come out? It's been a while, right?
2019?
Really, last year?
2019, like
2019's fair enough. If you've not seen it, it's not my problem. So look, dude, the title says Kong versus Zilla, all right? Like, I just feel like it did not live up to its name. It was like two blokes were about to get into some shit. Somebody interrupted some shit. They did not finish shit. And then they all went home with their ass kicked.
The two blokes kicked the fucking dicks off each other. Then another guy came in and tried to I'm trying to put it in gaming terms so you understand it quicker. A third guy came in to fucking third party them. And then because the two of them had beat the shit out of each other so bad, they actually had to team up to sort out the third guy because they both
Right, because third dude was like fresh, ready to fucking go.
Yeah, he was fresh, like tag me in, bro.
It's also worth noting that the only reason that those two original guys started kicking the dick off each other was because the third guy was stirring shit up, and they thought it was each other.
Originally, the first two didn't really give two shits about each other. You don't come near me, I don't come near you.
Right,
like that was customarily. If you look at Kong Skull Island, that was Kong's MO was. Don't give a fuck what you're doing as long as you're not doing it near me. If you're doing it near me, I'm going to smash your fucking skunk in. Except if you go near a hot chick, because I haven't seen one of them before, and me Reiki.
Right. But then some third party shit happened. Team one, individual 1 and 2 teamed up, took care of third party, but still never really like, hey, who won the one-on-one thing? By then they were both just so ass handed to him. It was like, I'm fucking going home.
Yeah, no. They both realize third party's been mucking shit up. Let's go back to our I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, everyone's copacetic attitude.
Bill's fired you.
I know it.
Kong goes into the Hollow Earth to rule shit. Godzilla rules on top. Everyone has their kingdom.
I just feel like
at least his explanation was better than possessed bitch throws up. So I mean, at least he had more. So that was give him props for that.
I'm just saying, like, when this movie first came up, I was like, it's going to be a draw. And it kind of fucking was. And I'm like, well, cool. 2 hours of my life. At least it was bright and shiny. All right, cool.
Interesting point.
I was just a little disappointed.
Interesting point from Kags. Kong had a massive advantage because, as it's an American filming team, Godzilla got nerfed massively, really, in his movie.
Thank you.
Normally, I would agree with that because I mean, like, we all discussed this when the movie came out that it was really cool and everything, but like, technically, Godzilla should have stomped his fucking skull in.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't have even been remotely the same size as Godzilla, ever.
And what's worse is you can see like that this there was some explanation, but this Godzilla has shrunk from the previous iteration that we've seen in the franchise itself. But we got an explanation, didn't we? Or did we? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Didn't we cover it for
toxic mutation something?
I think we did like a Godzilla day or something.
I very much remember you guys doing an abundance of Godzilla movies.
Oh yeah.
Well, Carter did the original.
Oh, as in we haven't done a bunch of Godzillas? Didn't we?
No, we did. We did the new ones. We did Godzilla versus Kong. We did King of the Monsters and Kong Skull Island.
Perfect.
In the summertime.
Perfect. Do you want to do more?
So go back and watch that. See what our thoughts were.
Oh, right. I see what you're doing. I thought you were like, we haven't done a Kong.
No, I said like we did it. So if you want to see what our thoughts were, you can go watch that over on the GoreCast YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't remember if they actually covered the size difference or not. It's been too long since I've seen it. Like I said, I dug it. It was just one of those like.
Why was your Kong so big?
They took a.
That's actually thinks why is your Zilla so small?
Yeah, squee. Good old Gur. He can resolve a lot of issues sometimes. He may not have many words, but what he has are sometimes, occasionally, very rarely, but occasionally wise.
Hi Thor, make me a sandwich.
On wise. Why is his head so big? I have that fucker tattooed on my arm badly.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That is a bad relationship.
Yeah.
That's what Trish
done by a tattoo is so flaky that even his ink falls off.
Okay, Rochi says nope, didn't explain it. And Bill wants to know what movies we need to watch for Thursday because apparently I'm being replaced.
Okay. What are we doing Thursday? Studio 666.
Studio 666.
Some YouTube movies.
Nightmare.
Oh yeah, Studio 666 and 2
It's
YouTube
a
movies.
music theme.
Yeah, Satan and metal bands in houses.
There we go.
Do
Basically.
you know what the movies are?
Yes, there's
Yeah,
a list
they're
of them
in the
in the crew chat.
Discord.
So expect I will give you the list of movies in the group chat at the end of the show. You guys let me know what you want to see inside tomorrow and we shall watch it.
Oh.
Where all of us will attend, maybe.
Maybe. What is tomorrow?
It is a weekday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
hop
I'll make it at
on
an
the laptop.
appropriate time. Like, what time did we do it last week? Was it? It was the same as the TV, as the podcast, wasn't it? We started at 12.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will find those movies and I will run trailers for you before we finish the show and let you guys pick what one you want to watch
Oh, Joseph the Gingerbread Man series.
tomorrow.
That's a wild. fucking
Obviously,
ride.
we won't be watching Studio 666. You can go pay for it. It's worth the money, though. Go watch it. It's worth the money.
Oh,
It's
so
very
worth the
good.
fucking money.
Not ruining the reviews coming on Thursday, but it's very fucking good.
Yeah.
I will say, and it's not really ruining anything that we were going to talk about Thursday, way more actual horror movie than I was expecting.
Definitely.
Way more. I was expecting like Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny with a bit of a splash of horror, but it's straight up horror movie. There's some Terrifier levels of gore in it, and it's glorious. Anyway,
I still haven't gotten around to it.
that's it for Kong Skull Island. Is it? Or Kong
That's it for the upcoming MonsterVerse film, yes.
Monsterverse? Okay. Who's got the boys?
Yes.
I do.
The boys. Okay. So what
We're
we'll
doing a
do?
trailer
What we
first,
will
right?
do is we will do the trailer reaction for the
Why are
boys.
his eyes glowing?
just what?
Compound B, baby.
No!
He's got-
See, I am so glad I got this article. It's just going to upset kids.
Yeah, it's why I was.
And
You'll notice I
I
orchestrated
love-
something specifically.
I love this.
I
series.
love it as well, and it's got the Jensen Ackles.
Yes, it does.
So
Oh, I know who that guy is.
do we have
Ooh,
the
Soldier Boy.
do we have the audio for this playing?
Because it's like, I'm done. Fuck you
What's
all.
going on here? Why don't I... Oh yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, I see what's going on here. Wrong one. Trailer source. Sorry guys, one moment.
Like, don't get me wrong. The fact that they finally got around to give the lads Compound V, despite the fact that the whole idea is that the boys have it from the start, cool. But none of them have eye beams.
Well, we don't
from what I can
officially
tell-
know what he has either.
From what I can
He's
tell,
fucking glowy.
from what I can tell,
Glowing?
from what I can tell in the trailer, Butcher's pretty much oh shit, what's the fucking Superman guy? His name's gone out of my head now.
Homelander.
Yeah, he's pretty much Homelander. Didn't see him fly in the trailer, but I saw him punt kicking people up and down the place.
Right, but I also
Don't
did
get me
not
wrong.
see him laser beam anybody, so it could just be like an activation thing.
Oh no, he does laser beam in the trailer.
Oh, I missed that part then.
See, don't get me wrong. The boys, as in the team, the boys, should be able to jackboot the crap out of 9 out of 10 Supras. It just so happens that the 7 are that 1 out of 10, which is why they have to be so careful with dealing with them.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking point. Like, they destroy fucking everyone else. Absolutely kick the shit literally out of 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah.
Wee Huey accidentally kicks a guy's spine up through his skull.
God, I hope that happens.
Nice.
I think it's Wee Huey accidentally doing
Very
it, whereas
good.
Billy does it
There's a
intentionally. one or
strange
the other.
musical dance number that pops up in a moment as well.
I know, and I'm thinking that must be like a, a soda commercial for like.
Maybe they're
whatever
tripping
they are.
off their tits on Compound B.
Maybe.
Well, she wouldn't
But
need.
knowing that they advertise so
Yeah,
much of
there
their
you
own
there you go.
shit.
That was him shooting laser beams out of his eyes.
Oh, okay.
Like Cyclops?
Yeah, more like
Okay.
Superman.
No.
Oh, yeah, Superman did that.
And then here's the big reveal for you, supernatural fizzans. Harry Dean Winchester. Oh yes, Harry Winchester. Oh baby. Yeah. So I'm down for it. Is it comic book?
Oh.
Is it comic book
No.
appropriate? No.
We love.
They should
comic
have a
book, I
completely
think.
different power set. But
And I
Look,
think
to be-
talking to Giz,
to
we
be
love
honest-
comic book like season 1.
To be honest, once they decided to give the fucking what's his name? Fucking not Midnighter. The Shade? No, Dark Noir. There we go.
Yeah.
Once Dark Noir ate a chocolate bar with nuts in it, I was just like, I'm done with this fucking thing. I'm done. Fucking done.
And I didn't find that out till later. And I was still kind of like, all right, cool.
What about him having the nut allergy?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a nut allergy in the comic books. And there's a valid reason for that, by the way.
No.
For him not having a nut allergy?
For him not having a nut allergy.
Oh, I know. They completely and utterly...
Don't ruin it for people, because I actually think that's going to... Something happened in the something happened in the trailer there where I think that's going to, if not fully revealed, I think that little footnote's going to get eluded, because they seem to be drawing heavily from... do you know that event where they all go off and basically fuck party and the government pretend that they're off on a special mission? That seems to be where they're drawing... Hero-gasm, that's it. They seem to be drawing from that one for this season.
Yeah.
Hence fucking Soldier Boy and other people popping back up. And Payback seems to be showing up as well. There were like an other group of heroes, not the 7.
I don't remember them.
In the comic? Yeah, there's like 5 of them. No, they haven't been in this yet. Well, they were briefly. You know the chick that Homelander wrecks? She's like a superhero chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's one of the Payback crew.
Okay. Dude, I dug her. Twisted, but I dug her.
That's supposed to be the uber Nazi male. Yeah. No, male.
Oh. Wow. All right.
Like that's where the whole fucking rivalry. He was the first success.
Like I don't disagree with Giz when they've gone off and kind of started doing their own thing, but I'm not upset with what I'm seeing. I've been enjoying it so far. It's been fun. I've been liking it.
Yeah,
it's the same with Preacher. I just had to separate myself from the comic and be like, okay, look, this is just Preacher based, and let's see how it goes.
Preacher, I couldn't really get into, and I've never read the comics for Preacher, but I just couldn't get in the show.
Oh, you should, read the comics for Preacher. They're fucking unreal.
Okay. My problem with the adaptations,
like, honest to God, they're fucking brilliant. So well written. The art style is beautiful and it's great.
And this is my issue, because the stories are so well written, and because they are well thought out stories with in-depth characters and long form storytelling. It means that when they do the transition to TV and they make this many alterations, they're not telling the story that they
telling a story in written format and telling, albeit illustrated, and telling a story in TV are two different mediums, and you have to adjust for a wider audience that haven't
accepted. And when I watched season 1, did I or did I not say that I could see how they could fit in certain things, and I'd see how season 2 goes before I make any kind of judgment?
I think the plan with season 1 was to get everyone affiliated with their own characters, with the main characters and what they do, and then after that, everything is just based on comic book, not verbatim comic book.
I know, and what's worse is I can actually, in my head, I can see how the nut thing, I can understand what they're doing. It's just, overall, I feel it does take away, because...
Battle Pope, it's great.
Oh, Battle Pope is amazing. That's something that'll never get turned into a TV series.
No. Not in this day and age, anyway, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
What was that?
Battle Pope.
Battle Pope.
Battle Pope?
Yep, I'll send it out to you.
Okay.
Don't worry.
It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Okay.
But once again, it's because... some of the changes that they make and some of the changes that they make to characters, especially, and that was my biggest qualm with Preacher, because it was such a character-driven story. It meant that the story that people had read and had told people about and had used to get maybe people who didn't read comics interested in this upcoming TV show isn't the story that then gets told in the TV show. And
no,
TV
but it's an adapted story for television, because I think you also have to remember they're breaking stuff. Some of those singular comics are getting broken down into 1 or 2 episodes.
Right. And
yeah,
I mean,
but
so you have to pace stuff out.
When you got like a 50, when you've got like a 50 book run and only an 8 episode run, like you have to adapt, kind of cut and paste.
Yeah,
and then
you're trying to
piece it
do your
together
own
as
thing, but
well.
you're also trying to have enough familiar content that the
Right.
original fan base will,
When you
fan
get to a
service
cer-
essentially.
Yeah,
Right.
but when you get to a certain stage, when you've changed, I accept the fact that you need to change stuff. Yeah, cool, fair enough. But when you get to the stage, you change so much that the story that you're telling is now a different core
Well, I mean,
story
dude, you
to
never
the
kn-
story that was originally presented.
Like, take
That's
it back
where it
to
ends up being annoying.
take it back to the boys for a minute, right? Like, just to harp on to the Black Noir issue, just as a example.
I can see the
you-
workaround for that.
Well, even an easy workaround is that he doesn't have an actual nut allergy, and it was him just fucking acting it up, because that's a real sneaky cunt move that Black Noir would do.
Right.
I'd see it probably being another way that if I said it would reveal too much, but like I said, with the boys, I could see how they were putting pieces in place that are drawn from the comic, and I could see how they would fit them
Buzz,
in their own way.
Sorry
and
to interrupt
change
you
up
there for a
things.
second, Buzz. Could I ask you a small favor? While we're doing this little bit, seeing as you're being a bit quiet, could you grab me the name of the other two movies out of the crew chat for me, please, just so I can look up the trailers after?
I had nothing to add because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I figured that's why I was like, you're probably the best guy to talk to. Sorry, what were you saying, Giz?
There we go.
The nut thing with Noir and their workaround.
Then you said you couldn't do the workaround because it would give
No,
away
you
too
can
much.
do the. Yeah, I can't say it, but
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Look, my main point is that, as far as I'm concerned, when there is a limit to when adapting for TV or movies gets to the point that you've changed so much that the core story, the story that people who have read the original work and who have tried to convince others to watch these TV shows and films, there is a point where you alter so much that that core story changes. With the boys, I could see how they were going to drop stuff in as it went on.
But
And
what's
it's just,
do you mind me asking, what's the problem with the core story changing? Because like they're adapting it to do their own thing. It's why the things are not, this is the boys, it's based on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I don't
think
get
that terminology, like that's where you kind of have to like put your faith in, based on versus, like
verbatim.
I suppose,
right.
for me, it's because what makes the story interesting for me is the characters. And when you alter the characters to the degree that they sometimes end up getting altered in this stuff, then you're not seeing the characters that you wanted to see.
I don't
And
think the
there have been
characters are
major
altered
changes-
that much.
There has been major changes to the boys that have altered the emotional and psychological motivations of one of the fucking main characters specifically.
Okay.
And
And while I'm not arguing that, because like I said, I've never read the comic.
I don't think
But
there's a
if
lack of
they
emotion.
But if they're able to achieve in their own kind of written version,
Like
if
as
they
I
are able to not necessarily achieve that goal here, but like say later on here and still achieve that same goal. I mean, like
I'm assuming what you were speaking of in relation to the drastic character change. What's the best way I can do this without revealing anything?
Butcher's motivations have been completely changed.
Yeah, it's a hostage situation
Really?
instead of a mourning.
really okay.
Like there should be no question, no doubt whatsoever. And now instead they've completely changed everything.
But I think a guy who's on a
That's weird.
I
I
think
totally thought Butcher was more on like the revenge thing.
yeah, well we'll
is.
tell you off air because it ruins
Oh,
something
okay.
if we get into it. But I think there's as much motivation for him to be an angry psychopath in a taken hostage situation kind of scenario opposed to what the original storyline scenario is. It's just a different kind of anger and motivation. I don't think it drastically changes the overall character of the person. I
mean,
think
like-
I think the actual characters as to who
And I
they
mean,
are
like, I don't-
are
I can't
very
say-
well represented.
I can't
in
say
relation
we've
to-
ever had, I
Give me
can't
one
say
sec,
we've
dude.
ever had anything. Oh, sorry.
I think the characters as they are in the comic and the actual characters themselves are very well represented in the TV show. some of the motivations and stuff as to what get them there are slightly altered, but it still gets them to the same character, if you get me. Do you know what I mean? Same end result, different packaging.
Okay, and that's what I was talking about with the whole not here, but later on down the road as they kind of repackaged everything.
Maybe I'm just sick and tired of getting really excited of thinking that I'm going to see these really cool moments and scenes that have stood out in my mind from these stories that we don't get and we're never going to get because they've changed so much. Preacher was another example that drove me nuts because they did completely alter the character of that, and that was another very character-driven story. Look, at the end of the day, maybe it's just me. I get pissed off when they change so much about, something that I enjoyed so much that to me it doesn't feel like the same story anymore.
Well,
it doesn't feel like the thing they're trying to get people into.
As Rochi said there, he said if it was the same as the comic story, no one would watch it for the fact that they could just go read the comic and the story's already been told. It's about.
Like, I kind of get what Giz is saying, because there's quite a few issues of comics that I would love to see a live action version.
Yeah, but you can't just regurgitate what's already been done.
No, well,
because
but
you have to take into account we live in a very weird time now where people seem to like to bitch about literally fucking anything. So if you literally just lift the comic book verbatim and shoot it, panel for panel, what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a load of people that are off like, man, this is like literally word for word exactly what the comic book was, and there's no kind of originality or kind of modern take on it or added in or anything like that. But then if you completely change the fucking story, everyone's like, man, this is not remotely like what the fucking comic was, and the characters aren't what they were, and everybody's fucking different, and why is fucking Barry a fucking chick instead of a fucking dude, and blah blah blah. So I think the boys has found has found a nice middle ground between both, whereas like there's enough little nods back to what's been going on in the comic and some of the cooler things that happened in the comic incorporated in to what is our own telling of the storyline. I still think all of the characters get to where they're supposed to be getting. It's just they're taking a different route.
I totally agree with you, because you also have to take the aesthetics into a situation. You're going to have people go, hey, that's not the actual shade of Captain America. They use the old version or whatever. Like, there's always going to be something, because you have to sell seats in a fucking theater. You have to sell aesthetics. You have to sell what looks better on camera. Like, so there's too many things to take into account when trying to sell a product.
I see what you're saying about, well, number one, Lord of the Rings, the movies were changed drastically. In the first place, just to let you know. Number two, they were made in a different time. People weren't as bitchy cunts as they are now. Everyone's battling this Twitterverse where before your movie comes out, it can just, or your TV series or whatever, it can just get completely ass fucked because it doesn't appear to be what it is.
What was that? Sonic the Hedgehog, that where they kind of back up?
I refuse to talk about that because I think that was all a publicity stunt.
As do I. So? Also, just briefly.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Kat. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I think it's a publicity stunt because it just seemed they managed to reanimate an entire movie and trailer far too fast.
Really quickly.
Like it was 2 weeks later, they were like, okay, no, here, what you think of this? And said, oh, here we go, that's fucking Sonic. Which they didn't need to do, because I won't lie to you, it was a bloody good adaptation of the Sonic story. I thought it was,
I'm looking forward to the sequel.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. Did you see the poster that they came out with that was almost like identical to the original Sega poster?
It's beautiful. So well done. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, like
the movies for Thursday are Rock and Roll Nightmare and Shock 'em Dead.
I just need to grab the trailers for these.
I have them. I think maybe.
Come on.
Or no,
I need to grab them here.
I haven't seen them. I haven't watched any of the films for Thursday yet.
I haven't either.
It's an old ass movie. I thought maybe you might have seen it by now.
I spent the day learning rules for the Firefly board game and watching Killer Crustaceans.
What's the name of what's the Shock 'em one?
Shock 'em Dead.
Shock 'em Dead.
I think I've seen Shock 'em Dead before.
So I want to say that's the one that's got Tracy Lords in it.
Yes.
And it's your basic, like, nerdy guitarist wants to be like the rock god kind of thing.
Yeah, makes a deal with the devil, all goes tits up.
Yep.
Ooh.
What, he didn't win himself a golden violin or golden guitar?
Not this time.
No, it's more pussy than guitar is what he's really going for, to be honest.
It is.
Is it golden?
Some of it, presumably, he is a rock and roll
considering
god.
that he started off as like nerdy, like it would all be golden to him.
Before we
like,
get into those movies, are we done on the boys?
Right.
Oh no, you have a fucking news bit to do yet about the boys.
Right, yeah. So
10 hours
Yeah,
later.
I knew there was a reason I was trying to move shit on. Sorry, you have a news. So
Yeah.
the trailer came out, and it turns out people, speaking of people getting butthurt,
lost their shit. Oh my god.
Giz was a fine example of people have been getting butthurt about the boys. But
So-
Giz's butthurtness, Giz's butt. Relax your body. I'm trying to do a segue. Don't fuck it up. Giz's butthurtness, though, on the other hand, though of the same level, is for a completely different fucking reason. Because evidently people are giving out about the boys trailer because it's too. What is it to? I didn't read the article. I just sent it to you. You tell me what it's to.
Boys.
It's to the boys.
So,
God damn.
It's to the boys. Right. No, so like you know, for those that have seen the boys, you know, like just how violent and visual the show can fucking be. You know, what was it? Like I think season 1 somebody got hit by a car, or no, they got hit by a superhero and just like
They got hit by the Flash essentially.
and it was just like missed.
Yeah, they got a full they got a full blast flash.
Right. So like the boys have been known to just keep it very visual. And in this new trailer that we all just watched,
which is, as you saw, is essentially a music video, which is gorgeous.
Right.
I love it.
They just wanted to kind of like, you know, hey, season 3, here we are. What do you think? And it is flipped like let's see.
Let's get the list out. What are the fucking modern millennials upset about today? What's going on?
So the boys brags that their season 3 trailer is so off the wall that it's been reported for content over 20 million times by viewers.
I think it's 20,000.
20 million.
Is it 20 million?
20 million.
Fucking hell.
20 million motherfuckers out there is like, the boy, oh my god.
This defends my principles in some manner or some shape or some form.
The show, which is we talked about, has been adapted from the comic books with the same name, is known for its off-kilter sense of humor, and it's pushing the envelope style, and the trailer obviously shows that. Basically, what came down is, I love the fucking wording in this. The images in the trailer contain some of the bombastic violence this show is known for, especially when it comes to exploding bodies. But the centerpiece moment comes when Huey's face is vomited on by Butcher. So as many times as people got like shit ripped off, exploded, blown up. Oh my god, that guy vomited in another guy's face. It's kind of
sorry,
like
not Giz. Carter, can I ask you to interject on yourself really quickly and give me your movie review for The Exorcist again really quickly?
Young chick threw up on a bunch of motherfuckers.
Right in their face. Right in their face,
Yeah.
some would say. Yep.
Oh yeah. No, there were some people that were like almost eye level with her.
Man up,
They'll
folks.
be
It's just a
gone.
bit
And,
of
like,
vomit.
she
It's a
just
TV
threw
show.
up in their face.
It's a TV
Right.
show. How come if a kid does it, you're all like, oh, that's adorable. The little kid.
Well, because she was
Fuck
cute.
you, little Johnny. You shouldn't have puked in my face, and Butcher shouldn't have puked in his. Move on with your life,
No.
Christ.
When you got a little girl, as weird as it sounds, when you got a little girl tied to the bed and she pukes in your face, apparently it's cute. But when you got a grown man looking eye to eye with another man and he pukes in your face,
Is it the fact that Is it the fact that there's eye contact when it happened? Is that where it's?
I think so. I think so, because like the priest was about to say something to somebody else.
Do you know?
She
Maybe
did
I
it.
now
Butcher
agree.
was making eye contact.
Maybe I now agree with them because I remember seeing a video on YouTube where people did random things, but where they made direct eye contact with you while they did it, and it was just
I'm
like
not gonna lie,
there's some things that are
yeah.
perfectly normal that just
Right.
get weird if you direct eye contact while you're doing
Exactly. Right.
it. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's
You're
that.
both standing there, and all of a sudden you're like, "Whoop!"
Maybe it's that. If you want to see, see the perfect example of that, take a piss or go to the Jacks and call one of your kids in, and then just direct eye contact, have a conversation with them while you're taking a shit.
Yep.
I think you'll find that will be a very effective and straight to the.
Why would you do that?
For a sociological experiment, obviously. He wasn't going to do it until this came up. It's not like it's a thing he does.
Eye contact changes everything.
Has your dad never like called you into the jacks when he was taking a shit? He'd be like, Eric, can you hand me in my magazine? Yeah, cool numbers. Oh, fuck. Okay, Christ.
Dude,
warning.
Yes, it's happened.
Yeah.
That shit changes things.
Yeah.
Like, I went a week without making eye contact with my dad after that. He's like, what? And I'm like, nothing.
Mine wasn't so much a visual. Mine was more of a, you're never going to smell the same to me again. This forever now is the scent that's going to be wafted into my brain in association with you.
It was a little of both. I had scent kicked in. I had visuals. I have not been the fucking same since. I have problems going in the bathroom just by myself now. Yeah. All right.
Proper dudes from the 50s. If you needed to read a book when you were taking a shit and you didn't have a book, tough fuck. Someone's bringing it into you. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah. I came from the era of TV needed to be changed. Yo, fuck again. All right, cool. Yo, bring me a newspaper. No, can I just slip it under the door? I can't reach the door. All right, here you go. No, dude.
Do you remember that episode of Family Guy where Peter and Quagmire start that band, like Handful of Peter?
Oh,
whatever. I forgot what the name of the band.
No.
It was like, don't look at your mommy's boobies. How the fuck?
Moving on.
So on Twitter, on the boys' official account, they posted a very special announcement. They revealed that the audience are raving that the new trailer is deeply unhinged, saying, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And I mean, like, I've seen season 1, season 2, so I was like, oh, cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like the dance scene, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? So it like across the board, if you've not seen The Boys and all of a sudden like you've got people exploding, if you have seen The Boys, you got this weird dance thing. Both parties may be asking that fucking question. But due to the amount of fucking violence, it has caught a lot of people off guard, and it has had the Twitter admin by 20 million people going, dude. So the admin has been checking, like they've personally watched this trailer numerous times.
I could actually see how it could affect you. Do you know, like you wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, you're having your morning coffee, getting ready for work. You're like, oh, new Boys trailer. I'll check that out before I hop in the car. Oh, fuck. God almighty.
Right.
That just fucking shat all over my Friday.
So apparently the poor Twitter admin has kept themselves fucking busy by rewatching the same trailer. Like, I didn't see it. Oh my God. Okay. 20 million fucking people. Jesus. But as they said, The Boys season 3 is setting up a huge Civil War style climax. So they are clearly upping the ante in every way possible. In addition to the amped up violence and crude humor, it looks like Colby and Claudia are added as series regulars. And then, of course, as we saw at the very end of the trailer, Jensen Ackles is added as Soldier Boy, which is obviously a bit of a parody of Captain America. For those that have not,
Bit of a parody.
Bit of a parody. Just a bit, you know. Now, for anybody that's not seen The Boys, you have till June 3rd to suck down 2 seasons. After that, season 3 is going to fucking hit you in the face.
Or puke in your face, evidently, more so.
Right. Now, it has not officially been announced yet, but Carl Urban more or less confirmed that The Boys season 4 will be filming later this year. So, yes.
Nom, 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 nom.
Noms.
Right, with the perfect segue, seeing as we were talking about Jensen Ackles, and as I mentioned at the top of the show, Supernatural, I finished watching recently, and I am now fanboy, majorly. I'm actually angry I didn't catch up on it when it was all going, because I would have specifically flown to one of those conventions that they did, because they look like a fuckload of fun. Because I've been watching loads of that footage to fill my Winchester gap, because I feel like I lost 2 friends. But a light shone at the tunnel today because I opened up and I was like, oh, look at this fucking news bit. What's this about? And the prequel series that was discussed and then maybe not happening and then it wasn't happening. Then Eccles and Padalecki had a bit of a pedal echo between themselves, and then one guy went and shot Walker, and the other guy was supposed to be in Walker, and then he wasn't in Walker. The other guy decided he was going to be in Walker himself instead, and blah 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 blah. And this all kind of fell by the wayside. It had been mentioned several times. Then it got mentioned again that it was kind of going to maybe be happening, but nothing happened. But now some casting news has been announced for the show that looks like it's definitely going to be happening, as they've now cast their new Mary and John Winchester with some notable changes to the background story, which I'm going to get into. I'm trying to think, should I read the article, because I'm actually phenomenally up on this, because I was researching it all day before I decided to do it as an article. So I'm like, I don't actually know.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious. I don't know who the guy is, but I know the girl, and I've only seen her do comedy shit.
Yeah, I'll bring the article up because I can't actually remember the two actors' names. So Mary Winchester is going to be played by Meg Donnelly, who is notably from American Housewife, which I've never seen, so I don't know what it is.
And she's funny. Like, I dug the shit out of her.
Okay.
She plays the oldest daughter.
Not probably one of the greatest selling points I'd want for Mary Winchester, but anyway, moving on.
That's the problem.
And John Winchester is going to be played by Drake Roger from The In-Between, which I also don't know what that show is. So, essentially, the storyline is going to be changing. Actually, did I mention this? Variety details. Yeah, do you know what? I'll read the article and then I'll get into what the changes are. Well, they mentioned the changes and I'll jump off from there. So, a supernatural prequel series titled The Winchesters is currently in the works, with the CW ordering up a pilot episode earlier this year. Casting is now underway on the pilot. Variety reports that Meg Donnelly from American Housewife and Drake Roger from The In-Between have been cast as the younger versions of John and Mary Winchester, the duo that Supernatural prequel will centre on. The older versions of John and Mary Winchester were played on Supernatural by Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Samantha Smith. The Winchesters would tell the epic story of how Sam and Dean's parents, John and Mary, met and how they put it all on the line to not only save their love, but the entire world. Variety details Mary is 19 years old and has been fighting the forces of darkness since she was a child. After losing someone close to her, the hardened hunter considers quitting the family business until her father's disappearance and the arrival of a newcomer, John, forces her to lead a new team. John has recently returned from Vietnam. Selfless and clear-headed, he finds a new mission back home where he traces his father's past, led him to a secret organization and a whole new war as a hunter. Jensen Ackles will return to narrate the Supernatural prequel as Dean Winchester. Supernatural executive producer Robbie Thompson is writing and executive producing. Okay, that's good. And Ackles is also executive producing the project. So, Giz had the same look on his face as I had when I started reading it. Katie, are you here?
She is.
She is.
Okay.
And Kat is also here, and she's watched all of it as well. She finished during lockdown.
Okay. Kat, be careful, because Katie's only on season 6 at the moment, and I'm trying to figure out, can I do this without ruining anything?
Hang on. Hang on. I need to bring stuff up so that we can.
No. I won't lie to you. I don't think you'll need to leave. I'm pretty sure it's covered. I'm talking to Katie.
Oh,
yeah.
We don't care if you.
Will you just check where a certain Yellow Eyes incident happens? Is it in?
Oh shit, dude.
Is it?
That seems like that was pretty early.
That
no.
No.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It has a bit of a Back to the Future vibe to it.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to check season 7.
Yeah. Say nothing.
Yeah, no. Dude, it's Tristan. I'm not going to spoil some shit. I just told her to let me know when she gets to the last season, we'll finish it together.
Yes, and then she's actually going to come on the GoreCast, and we're all going to talk about it. And Pam will come on as well, because Pam and I inhaled it.
No, what have I done?
I have no idea. What are we going to do
with Buzz, though? Like, he's not seen any Supernatural. Like,
and he refuses to watch it, so Buzz won't be there for that episode, and Katie will be. That will be the general.
Buzz needs Supernatural in his life, dude.
You do not know how much I don't need Supernatural in my life.
I know what's better.
I have
for
too
you,
many
Buzz.
things in my.
I know what's better for you. You need Supernatural in your life.
You fucking gave me a 4. You don't know.
What?
No.
What?
You don't tell me anything.
Oh, you throwing ratings in my face? Really?
Yeah, because you're trying to sell me on something you gave a fucking 4 when it shouldn't have been a fucking 4.
Oh,
So no.
Okay. Okay.
With suggestions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good God Almighty! Just killed
We'll
them.
finish this conversation after hours, but all right.
No, we'll do it right.
Katie just said you need Supernatural in your life as well.
You're all crazy. I had it in my life. I watched the one episode. It was good.
Right.
It was a Christmas episode. That's all I needed.
Oh. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand.
I don't got time for this crap, guys. Johnny's got me watching movies for this, for that. I don't have time for extra stuff.
Yeah, I think the thing with Lielo is that you're thinking of happens after season 7.
Shit.
I'm
Right.
not sure there's son of a diddly.
Okay, well, the easiest way of saying it would be that, okay, well, here's the thing. Right, okay, so...
Damn straight, Joseph.
No, I got it. It's okay. I got it.
Mad.
Right,
now.
so, sorry, one sec. I'm trying to do two things at the same time. So, as is notable from all of the seasons at the beginning, is that John Winchester, who is obviously Dean and Sam's dad, started hunting after Mary died because he was specifically looking for the thing that murdered his wife. And that was the reason that he started hunting. And that is the reason how Sam and Dean started hunting and all of that kind of thing. And if you were going back in time where Mary and John essentially meet while John's essentially working as a hunter under Mary.
Hang on.
It kind of negates the...
Maybe it does happen in season 5.
I thought it happened before season 6, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. There's so much of it. There's so much the whole...
There's 15 years.
So basically, the prequel is going to be changing a little bit of the...
The prequel's going to be changing the whole backstory of how John and...
the whole backstory.
Well, it's going to be changing the backstory of definitely John Winchester, 100%. Because John's dad went missing when he was a kid, and he had no interest. He had no idea about any of the hunting stuff and all of that kind of thing. And I can't get into stuff with the dad because that'll pop up.
Right.
Eventually, but he had no knowledge of the demons and the hunting and all of that until Mary
died.
Yeah, sucked up
Tristan
into
says this
a big
sounds
old...
familiar to early season 6.
Yeah, where they take a trip back in time and meet Mama Mary, but Mama Mary is young Mama Mary. Actually, she's just young Mary. She's not young Mama Mary. She has
I was going to say it was like pre-Mama Mary.
Yeah, it was pre-Mama Mary. Just Mary.
And like Grandpa.
Yeah, and they're really angry grandpa from the X-Files.
Which I dig him.
Yeah. So there appears to be a big major storyline change. Now, I will say, this isn't giving any away storyline stuff. I think Giz will agree with me, and probably Kat as well, seeing she's watched all of it. I think it's fair to assume that there's so much, not unlike the MCU, there was so much kind of alternate dimension.
That's the first thing that popped into my head.
Yeah, there's so much alternate dimension / random time travel where little bits of things got changed in time that, there's enough kind of timeline ripples that they can...
It could be a what
write
if.
it off as a... Well, not even a what if, but it could be like, this is a little ripple that changed.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, anytime you start kind of fucking with time, it kind of, I don't know, it puts me off because I'm hearing a lot of that with, what's that show? Sheldon and Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Where they kind of, like, you had the original show, Big Bang Theory, they laid down so many timelines of this happened. Now, I guess Sheldon is going back and kind of like not necessarily following that same timeline. And so it kind of makes me, I don't know, it kind of puts me off sometimes. Like, if you're making a prequel and you've already kind of set that in stone, you know what I mean?
Why
like,
are you changing it?
Right. Like, I get it. Like, you have your own issues, but you also kind of have to write your stories to eventually end in here, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's I won't lie to you. It's one of those things that not unlike a lot of stuff where while it seems like a big change, I'm willing to see where it goes, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not something I would write down as discouraging. I'll put it that way.
And with Supernatural, you always have the stone ritual. Like, so I'm less upset about it. It's more of like those, like say Big Bang Theory, where you don't have those outs.
Yeah,
where
Supernatural's got so
like
many
outs.
magical, godlike, angel-like, and other related little.
So,
stuff.
like, you could have angeled
Yeah.
some moment here.
Yeah, something
still
changed,
wound up.
or something from the original, run changed something in time, and we never saw the effects of it until now.
Exactly.
You know, that kind of thing.
Celine Dion.
What?
Celine Dion.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Because he had to fix it.
His heart will go on, guys. His heart will go on.
Buzz is just loving that green screen.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, seeing as Buzz seems to be literally bored of the news articles that we're doing.
I was looking for the truth. It's out there. See?
But I will say, like I said, the girl that they
What
picked
have you been
for Mary,
smoking? That's your wall, you mad bastard.
The girl they picked for the story, I do like her. She seems like a really good actress. Like I said, the only thing I've ever seen her in is comedy, so I'm really looking forward to seeing her with like drama and, you know, possibly kind of horror shit.
Anyway,
But I don't know who the guy is.
Yeah, I don't really know him or the TV show that he comes from. Anyway, that's it for the Supernatural story, and that's it for all of our news stories from tonight. But before we go, and I show you the trailers as to what may be running tomorrow night, as per usual, Buzz has sourced his way through the internet to find me some of the most illiterally written and strange questions to ever hit. Well, that first one that I'm looking at's a doozy. Yeah, to ever get crossed across
It's
humanity.
getting hard, guys. It's getting hard.
Is it? Yeah, well, speaking of getting hard, it's funny you mentioned that.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. So first question in we got, guys. Help, I can't get my penis out of the toaster.
Oh, my God.
Why did you put
Best
it in there in
answer,
the first place?
you have to wait until it's toasted properly, and then it will just pop up itself.
Oh. And there's a fucking mouth breather out there that pushed that handle down.
It's a good answer. Good answer.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You start applauding the good answer.
I would imagine that he toasted it and it got stuck to the metal due to the metal being very hot and it being flesh.
Oh, my God.
Well, then he doesn't need to worry, because I imagine it would have just like burnt off at this stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
You, sir, need to get your cock to the BME Pain Olympics because that thing needs to come off, I think.
Oh, hey, the Coggy's heading off. So
Night, Cags. I'll catch you later, dude.
See
Thank
you
you for
later,
joining.
Hmm.
Right, next up we have... Okay, I'm going to have to move your video window here. Drinking hot tea while pregnant. Spelled properly for once. That's nice. Will it burn baby's skin? I love to drink hot tea. Coffee, you name it. My mum says if I keeps telling... there goes... Okay, there goes the good... Okay, my mum says if I keeps telling me that if I continue to do that, my baby will come out with dark patches on her skin when she is born. Oh, there's some terrible... It's not even just written wrong. It's like even punctuated badly. Is that just a myth, or should I just listen to my mom's advice? I
don't think you need to worry about drinking tea or anything like that.
Right.
You may have other issues.
Why doesn't the earth fall down?
Gravity.
Because it can fly. Thanks. There we go. Moving on. Okay, that's right. Okay, I'm in for this one. Should my dog learn to drive? She is nearly 26 in dog years, so she so badly wants to learn to drive. But is this a very good idea? You can teach your dog how to drive a little toy car, but not a real one. That's just dumb. Someone goes logic. And then someone also asked, what state are you in? In some states, being colorblind will be an issue for her. What a very polite way of saying no, opposed to, fuckhead, it's a bad idea. You know, I like that. That's nice. Well done. Oh, I have no name for you. Well done. Well done, that lady, for handling that very...
I was told to get rid of...
Yeah, I know, yeah. I just remembered. Well done, that lady, for being very diplomatic. I'm assuming it's a lady due to the level of diplomacy issued.
Wow.
If a 2-year-old hands you a toy phone, do you answer it?
Yes.
No, it could be no, it could be a telemarketer.
Dude, if you do not answer a phone when a 2-year-old...
Yeah, you always answer the toy phone. You always answer the toy phone. Don't be an asshole. Don't be that asshole, because I'd say there's only about 12 of you on the planet that would be like, you know, this isn't a real phone.
Right.
And then if it's Barker, you just give it back to the baby and like it's...
Do you know this isn't a real phone? Do you know what else isn't real? A very famous Christmas figure that I won't mention on air in case anyone under the age of 18 watches this.
He's absolutely real. Anyway, according to out of our previous comment, you can lead a dog to a car, but you can't make him piss on the steering wheel.
That's true. But more importantly, what animal is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh my.
I'm just curious now. Don't say hedgehog because that's what everyone says, but he can't be a hedgehog because hedgehogs aren't blue, they are brown.
Oh dear.
Well,
I think that, who stuck their penis poster.
That is true, I guess.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
How did they clone Lindsay Lohan for The Parent Trap? I'm not an idiot. I know they cloned the sheep Dolly, but I didn't know they cloned a person. Is there something special in the genetic makeup of gingers that make them easier to clone?
Yes.
Best answer. They didn't actually clone her. I'm not sure if you noticed in the movie, but approximately 47 minutes through, you can see a man dressed in a black lycra who is controlling the wax puppet of Lindsay Lohan's twin. This is actually how they did it. This is done throughout the film, but you usually don't notice him. Great answer. Helps a lot. Good. Yeah, helped us all a lot. I'm glad someone got into that. Okay, this is fucking like, oh god, I'd love to shake hands with this fucking genius. Poll, men and women, when is the last time you had an erection?
Oh!
Best answer. And women? Question mark.
Well, I mean, maybe like when's the last time you wore a strap on?
Okay, and that's back to the egg butt incident from last week, which we've had enough of that.
No.
Well,
wow.
That was an interesting, wasn't it? Okay, so now before we go, because evidently this is a new segment that we do, we're going to run the trailers. Actually, first of all, I'm going to get this poll up. Feel free to answer the poll straight away, but I would advise don't answer until you watch the trailer.
Is it the erection?
Yeah, okay, trailer.
Ask community. No. Okay, so here are the trailers for the 2 movie options for the group watch tomorrow night. First trailer.
So YouTube shuts us down for the YouTube trailer for the YouTube film.
First trailer, Shock 'em Dead.
Easy vote.
Shock 'em Dead, starring Tracy Lords.
Unfortunately,
Shock 'em Dead.
Demented had me watch those first few minutes, so I know what I'm voting for.
Tracy Lords.
Okay, that is a bold haircut. Hello, underpants. Hello, bold haircut. There's a lot of dramatic hair flicking in this, and I gotta say, I'm fucking loving it.
Oh yeah,
this is fantastically 80s, isn't it?
Dude, it is like every fucking 80s moment you could think of.
Oh yeah, it's like let's take all of the 80s and put it in a movie.
Make a deal with the devil.
We need hair metal. Hair metal's
exactly.
I think I've actually seen this before. Come to think of it, it's actually a fun little.
And it's got old boy.
I think I know the blonde chick.
Yeah, it's a fun little movie,
Tracy
actually.
Lords, dude.
Yeah, Tracy Lords.
It's got a boy from Nitro. Oh god, what's a boy's name? Mick something. That does the fucking guitar work.
Right. Anyway, while you figure out who Mick is, next up is Rock and Roll Nightmare. Ooh, that's way bigger than one would have initially anticipated.
New home for the next 5 weeks.
That's what she said.
Back to nature,
Yes.
huh? No hot tubs.
Thank you.
No dynasty.
This looks very British.
Oh, it's very bad too.
Rehearse, lame brain.
Oh, I'm sorry. Michelangelo was his name.
Oh, speaking of the hair metal, we got the hair metal out, kids. We got an eye penis. That's always good for a movie. Can't beat a bit of eye penis.
Ooh.
Oh, hello. This is like rock and roll ghoulies, is it?
Oh, dude.
Oh, no.
Could
Okay,
be.
no, it's gone a little bit. That fucking, what's that movie with Christopher Walken again? Oh, wow.
Oh, I forgot. Back.
That man Hulk. That man He-Man. He's gone He-Man. Killer Tree. Epic. Head in an oven. No.
Wait.
Oh, licky lips. Can't go wrong with some licky lips. Oh, that man's never seen. Oh, zombie. Down, 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 down. Oh, nice stomach rip.
It's like a weird airband He-Man thing. Like,
Awesome stomach. I'm going to say awesome stomach rip effect. That was very cool. That was good. Could have done without the man in the underpants, to be honest. They're very small in leopard print. Oh, they're not even leopard print. They're studded. Yeah, they're studded. That's even more. That's even worse.
Oh, his eyes flashed like
He's a hair's breadth away from making duct tape bikinis like myself and Giz did for Christmas. I like the way it's got a little monster guy that hangs up the poster. Okay, guys, that's the 2 movies for tomorrow night. Get your votes in. Let me see what we're watching. Okay, 100% for Shock 'em Dead.
It don't matter because I can watch both of them.
We only have we got 6 votes, so there's 2 people left to make a vote. Am I able to vote? I don't appear. I'm never allowed. Why am I never allowed to vote? It's not fair.
Well, you know, you're supposed to be impartial. You're the one who made the poll.
Yeah, that's true. 7 votes. 1 more. Okay. Well, there's no point on the other vote. Okay, ending poll. Because there's only 8 people in the chat. Shock 'em Dead it is tomorrow night, 12 o'clock. Same as so whatever time it is for you when the show started today, which is 12 p.m. GMT and I believe 4 or 8 p.m. EST.
Correct.
Yeah, because you're still 4 hours behind us at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, when do you guys like do your time change?
End of the month, probably. We're usually like a week or 2 after you guys.
Gotcha. This whole time change is
Hey,
fucking me up.
Was it clocks go forward or back for you?
Forward.
Hey, Google. When did the clocks go forward in Ireland 2022? 27th, so it'll be this Sunday, I believe. No, sorry, Sunday the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, 27th,
Yeah,
this Sunday.
Sunday.
Thank you, Google.
Sunday.
Sunday. Da, 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 da. Right, before we go in. Oh, yeah. 1 moment, actually, before we go. Yeah, so Shock 'em Dead. That's a fun little movie. There's some hilariously terrible, if memory serves me correctly, electrical effects in it, but it's bad fun. Do you know what I mean?
Bad good.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
bad
it's just
good. Yeah,
freaking
that's it.
awesome.
Yeah, it's like bad good. Do you know what I mean? But the story to it's fucking wicked.
Oh, yeah.
He's essentially like a rock and roll genie. It's great.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the few that have always kind of stuck with me over time.
Ooh, very good. Yeah, it's rather. Yeah, so anyone that has joined the stream from earlier, if you haven't done so already, as it would really help get the video out there, because that's how the YouTube analytics work out, don't forget to hit the like button down below, as it helps reach out to more people and YouTube start recommending the video to more peeps, which we would love, because as fun as it is having the 8 people here, we'd love 80 or 800 or 8,000. You know, get a good... Well, maybe not 8,000, because I find, like, I see, you know, the guys who stream to 8,000 is like, it's cool, but I can see why they only answer the chats for people who pay, because there's just so many, there's just so many things coming in that it's like, you can't do all of them. So I do somewhat understand that. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done so as well, because we were trying to grow the channel to 1,000, and then 10,000, and then 50,000, and then 1 million. I know it's a big jump from the 50,000 to the 1 million, but
I felt there needs to be an evil laugh in there somewhere.
Evil laugh is always good. Yeah. Other than that, thank you for joining us. We're going to be back on Thursday night, where we're going to be reviewing Studio 666, which is the new Foo Fighters horror movie, which is very horror and very good. We are going to be reviewing Shock 'em Dead, which you guys are going to be watching with us tomorrow night in Discord. Actually, if you're watching this on the replay or you're not in our Discord already, the link to Discord is in the description below, as is all of our other social media links where you should go check us out. And also this Sunday, myself and Giz are going to be back with just a Giz and I episode this week, where we are going to be getting into the mystery as to how Giz got crabs, and also talking about some crazy crab. And we're also going to be talking about some crazy crab horror movies and a new movie that came out called Crabs, which is fucking
Hilarious.
great. It's fucking great. It's bad. It's good bad or bad good.
Yep.
Whatever you want to call it. It's fucking great though. I really enjoyed it. Here's a trailer that represents everything. Don't forget to go over to American Horrors. Use channel code AMHOR to add American Horrors to your Roku listings, or alternatively watching www.americanhorrorsfilmfestival.com. We're on there 8:30 p.m. CST and whatever that equates to is GMTs. Other than that, we'll catch you all during the week. Later, fuckers. Bye.
Yeah, this one too. Relax. Well, for these bloody bastards. God, Jesus fuck.
What's going on over here? What's going on over here?
That's better, I guess.
What's going on over here?
Fuck! Oh, fuck me! Oh, man, can't you see I'm cooking?
I can't hear you. You're cooking too loud.
What?
I said I can't hear you. You're cooking too loud.
What?
I said I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. I'm cooking. I'm going to turn off some of this stuff. Hang on. Just turn that thing off. Right. What are you saying to me? What?
Why are you cooking so much?
Well, I need to cook food. I got crab.
You've got crab?
God, Jesus, fuck. Yeah. This is the best way to deal with it. A knife.
2 tons of undercooked fish food is the way to sort crab?
They're not going to be undercooked in a minute, alright? That's why I'm doing all this crap.
I thought you just needed to,
Jesus, fuck.
I thought you just needed to use a special shampoo in your old pit slits and tits.
Special shampoo? The fuck are you talking about?
Crabs. Special shampoo you use to sort out your crabs.
No, crab. Singular. You know what? Just come with me. Come with me.
What in the holy fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Where did you get a 50-foot crab?
Okay, funny story.
Yeah.
You know those clubs that you don't like me mentioning on air?
Or off air. Or in general. Maybe just stop it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I went to one at the weekend, right?
Right, okay.
I met this cute, ridiculously promiscuous little green-skinned chick with like those perfect little cute little curls.
How promiscuous were we talking?
Well, I mean, she was very into me. I mean, like, she practically was dry humping my leg at one point, so I thought it was a good thing. I mean, she had these cute little fangs and everything. I brought her home.
Right.
We had sex. It was
so it is a sexually transmitted crab, is what I'm getting, is it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure because, I mean, I asked her if I'd see her again. She said probably because she was after leaving me a little present.
Right.
She left. I woke up. This thing's just like...
So it's like a pet crab? Like a My Little Crab?
Maybe. I mean, I fucking woke up. The thing's like right here looking at me like I owe it money or something, and it's just...
So it is a sexually transmitted crab. I don't know what's going on, Giz, to be honest.
Sexually ownership transmitted? I don't fucking know myself.
I don't think that's a thing.
All I know is that I have to feed it about 2 tons of fish. Alright? Because what else am I going to do with the damn thing?
Right. Huh.
Hopefully the green chick comes back first.
Right, okay. Well, this is a conundrum. Gives me a good idea for an episode, though. Join myself and the Giz this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. CST, and whatever that equates to is GMTs, only on American Horrors, where we're going to be going in depth and uncovering how Giz got crabs. I'm only joking. We're going to be talking about a load of crab horror movies. We'll see you then.